Hello, welcome to Industry Reactions. Industry Reactions is a weekly briefing on industry events, changes, and future trends that impact your business. We are your hosts, Jeff Martin and Mark Friedel from ChemPoint. You can find Industry Reaction on YouTube, LinkedIn, and as a podcast. For those watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and smash that like button. We plan on discussing issues that impact the global industry and help you uncover new opportunities. We hope this will provide market intelligence that will keep you ahead of changing conditions.
Freezing weather in the US and Europe has disrupted plant operations and logistics. A cold front making its way across the US this weekend could disrupt plant operations or impact logistics if temperatures spend enough time below freezing. Cold weather has restricted chemical production and logistics in Europe, mirroring conditions on the US market. While the poor weather has caused some disruption, such as plant closures, it has mainly acted as an amplifier and has added to existing tensions. The cold weather's strain on production and supply chains further exacerbates already tight chemical supply. As the weather returns to milder conditions, the flow of material will pick back up again, which could release some of the tightness from the market, but structural supply chain issues will not melt with the snow. I don't know about you, Jeff, but out here in the West Coast, we had over a foot of snow this past weekend.
Well, that sounds like some fun conditions to play outside in. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of snow here in the Midwest and are expecting some more this week as well. Looking forward to finally warm up and get rid of all the snow in my yard.
Stay warm.
The number of operating drilling rigs in the United States rose for the 12th consecutive week as oil prices marched towards $60 a barrel. The rig count has recovered with oil prices in recent months from a bottom of 244 in August, but remains about half of what it was about a year ago. Oil demand is expected to pick up speed in the second half of the year, prompting a rapid stock draw of the glut of crude oil that has built up since the pandemic began.
Well, we're definitely seeing a massive amounts of demand come back to levels pre-pandemic. The oil rigs just isn't quite there yet. It's slowly but surely climbing its way back, but not quite there yet.
Yeah, I think we need to see that price go up quite a bit more before a lot of people are reinvesting in new oil capacity.
Slowly but surely. Looking further out, the global petrochemical market is expected to grow by as much as 5% a year through 2030 to $729 billion from $453 billion, according to Canadian marketing research organization Precedence Research. That's encouraging.
Yeah, that's a lot of growth over the next 10 years. We'll see where that comes from. U.S. railcar shipments of chemicals rose 2.8% year over year for the week ended February 6, according to the Association of American Railroads data, with the number of railcars up 4% from the same period in 2020, at which point there were about 163,000 chemical railcars currently in operations.
All right, now in new product introductions and company announcements. We'll stay home here for this one. ChemPoint has signed a deal with Henkel to distribute, sell, and market Henkel's Bondurite branded metal pretreatment, cleaning, and specialty coatings in the US and Canada. The deal allows ChemPoint to offer a full line of products under the Bondurite brand in the US and Canada. The products provide an array of application solutions such as metal pretreatment, removal, cleaning, specialty coating, and more in the industrial manufacturing marketplace. The partnership allows ChemPoint to offer a full line of forging, casting, machining, lubricating, cleaning, and protection products, as well as coatings. This includes technical service and support around surface technology and process solutions to help customers overcome challenging processing conditions.
Well, that's exciting news.
That is exciting. That's been in the works for a long time now. I was personally involved.
It's great to hear. Shell says it will invest $4 to $5 billion annually to grow its chemical and products business as part of the wider rebalancing of Shell Group's portfolio to reach its previously announced net zero carbon emissions goal by 2050. The investments to be made in the near term form part of a wide-ranging package of measures that the company announced today to accelerate its lower emissions drive. Shell will also invest another $5 to $6 billion per year in renewables and marketing, about $4 billion a year on its integrated gas business, and approximately $8 billion on its legacy upstream assets. I heard over the weekend that Shell was actually one of the first oil companies to announce that it's reached its peak oil production. And so that's interesting how they're changing their business model going forward.
Yeah, and they're, probably one of the few in the oil and gas industry that's really ahead of that curve. Now in M&A news, Arkema announced that Bostik has reinforced its presence in the fast-growing Brazilian construction adhesives market with the planned acquisition of Polyplast, a leader in hybrid technology, sealants, and adhesives. This project is in line with Arkema's targeted growth strategy in adhesives and in high-growth regions. With fast-growing sales around 10 million euro in 2020 and a plant in the state of Sao Paulo, Polyplast provides its more than 2,000 customers with highly quality sealing and bonding solutions in several technologies used in construction.
It's exciting news. Next, in cheesy poofs and trail mix news, Hormel Foods Corporation has entered into a definitive agreement to acquire Planters snack nut portfolio from the Kraft Heinz Company. Hormel Foods will acquire the business for $3.35 billion in cash. Included in the transaction are most products sold under the Planters brand, including mixed nuts, trail mix, nutrition products, cheese balls, cheese curls, and my personal favorite, corn nuts. The agreement also includes global intellectual property rights to the Planters brand. A lot of IP around peanuts, I guess.
Yeah, more than I thought. And those are my favorite snack foods as well.
I was going to say that the company didn't sell for peanuts with that $3.35 billion in cash asking price.
No, it didn't. Givaudan says it is acquiring Mirici, a company that has developed a patented artificial intelligence technology capable of translating fragrances into color patterns and images, which is relevant to the consumer and can predict the end consumer's emotional response. The link between colors, emotions, and fragrances was modeled on the basis of a database of more than 25,000 consumer tests. This helps consumers to select a fragrance product in store or via e-commerce channels that has a higher chance to be liked. This story is incredible. Not only is a company in our industry really ahead of the curve, technology speaking, with an investment in artificial intelligence, but the fact that they can tie all these emotions back to colors and scents, it's fascinating and even a little scary.
Yeah, the article went into a little bit how they're trying to drive personalized e-commerce sites to fragrance adoption. It's quite interesting to how people are discovering how our brains work.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, that's it for this week's edition of Industry Reactions. We will return next week, as we do each and every week, with a fresh batch of Industry Reactions. Until then, stay safe.
Thanks, guys. Have a great week.